And we are live. Back again with another one. It's your boy, Dominic Rich. Guys, how you feeling, man? How you feeling? Feels kind of weird to be back live streaming after a couple days break. But I'm back, man. Back. So, that was a great game. Let's just say that was a great quarterfinal. I gotta give it to El Salvador, man. I really gotta give it to El Salvador. They really give Qatar a run for their money there. And yeah, Danny, that should be the major talking point. Qatar nearly blow a 3-0 lead, but the big story should be El Salvador almost pulls off the unthinkable. That would have been the biggest knockout stage comeback in Gold Cup history, and El Salvador almost pulled it off, man. You got to give it to them, man. They look really good in the second half. I don't know too much about the first half, you know what I'm saying? The first half, they look a bit ragged, and they kind of let in these 2 early goals, and I think they should have done better in that aspect. We could go back and we could look at the penalty and say the penalty was very, very harsh. And El Salvador did well to get back in the game, and it's kind of harsh that the penalty is the decider, or was the decider for this game, because in my opinion, I must say this right away, guys, before we get even deeper into this live stream that we're gonna do up until the game between Mexico and Honduras that should start in about 10:30, I think, in about 25 minutes or so. These games are scheduled for one time and then they start like a little later. But I want to make sure I talk about this game because I have to come back later to talk about the other game. But look, it was a game of 2 halves, and Qatar, they got lucky, man. They got lucky. At the end of the game, I was actually saying that El Salvador deserved to win this game the way they played. They really deserve, because you're going to have a 3-0 lead. Comfortable, cruising. Smokey Robinson cruising. And you're going to let in 2 goals, like in such silly fashion. Like, come on, Qatar. And that's what I criticize the Qatar team for. They look very good going forward, where they could miss chances in the final third. But their goalkeeper has been way too busy, man. Way too busy. And if El Salvador was a little bit more clinical in the first half, this game could have been a different result. Could have been an El Salvador win. How's everybody in here feeling right now, man? Make sure you smash the thumbs up button for the stream. Let's talk about this game. Let's go back to the early goal. El Salvador giving away the ball. Darwin Seren, the captain. He should not be giving away the ball that early. Bad touch, and you got to give it to Qatar, who pounced on the mistake early. Mr. Aziz, who passed it to Akram Afif. And the way these guys transition and the way they break is just so fast and it's just so precise. And Afif to get the ball over to Almoez Ali. Bam, beat Mario Gonzalez 1-0. I was like, whoa, I told you so. I told you El Salvador has no chance in this game. I told you. But I'm telling you, man, we know what happened. We really know what happened. So, Irvin Vida, Qatar didn't expect the physicality. Yes, very great point you're making here. And CONCACAF and CONMEBOL are very, very physical, very, very physical confederations. And Qatar, they looking kind of suspect, though. I've been talking about how they look suspect. They're getting the results, but if we go back to the game against Panama, where they led 3 times in the game and allowed Panama to come back 3 times. And then you go back to the game against Honduras, where they were really made to fight for that 2-0 win. It was 1-0 up until late, and then they got the late goal because Honduras were actually throwing the kitchen sink at the game. So Qatar, they look good, but they got to manage games better. They have to defend better. As the games roll on, you see little mistakes keep it creeping into their game and everything, and they get a little casual, falling asleep a bit flat-footed. And El Salvador, they were very eager. They were not, let me use the word desperate. El Salvador were desperate. And desperation almost paid off there because, oh man, they had Qatar reeling. And I tell you, literally reeling towards the end of the game. So the second goal came in the 7th minute. So 2 early goals by Qatar. And, well, it should be the 8th. 2 early goals. And when I was thinking like El Salvador's backbone, bam, broken. That's it. It's done. How many Qatar going to score today? Are they going to get about 6? Because that's the way it was looking. But horrible giveaways. Qatar breaking on the counter. The transition from defense to attack in the blink of an eye. And you got to give it to Akram Afif, man. He's the chief creator here. He is the chief destroyer here for this Qatari team because he got the ball, held up the ball very well, give it away, but got it back, passed it to Pedro Miguel, who I have to give a lot of credit to. That right back Pedro Miguel, man, oh man, this guy's a workhorse, and he has a lot of quality as well, man. So got to give it to the Portuguese Pedro Miguel for that pass to Aziz on the edge of the box. And Aziz, man, Abdul Aziz Hatem just doing the rest. And that's got to be one of the goals of the tournament so far, man. What a brilliant ball to, put into the far post there. 2-0. I'm like, El Salvador, bye-bye. Bye. Nice Gold Cup you had, but bye. Nah, man, it wasn't over. Wasn't over at all. So, the third goal, 2-0 at halftime for Qatar. They're cruising. And the third goal is the game changer. That was actually the game changer, guys. Almoez Ali with a shot. Darwin Seren making himself big with the block. The ball hit his hand, but it looked like it actually hit his leg onto his arm, which should not really be given as a penalty when you look back at it. When you really think about it, that should not be a penalty, guys. That should not be a penalty. I think the penalty was very harsh. They should not, when they reviewed it, the referee should have said, okay, hit the foot, the leg, and went on to his arm. You got to chalk that penalty off. But for some reason, it stood. Almoez Ali stepped up and converted for his second goal of the game, 4th of the Gold Cup, to make to go top in the goal scoring charts with 4. Imagine Almoez Ali has 4 goals, right? And he's missed about 6. You see what I'm saying? Because he had a freaking easy chance, a header. Nice lofted ball. I think that was by Aziz, if I'm not mistaken. And he had like a header, him and the goalkeeper alone. But it was like an angle, and he put it wide. So, yet again, like every game, he seems to miss a big chance. But, look, up until that point, Mario Gonzalez was the busier of the 2 goalkeepers. There was also a chance by Pedro Miguel I was talking about in the first half where he hit the post. So it was a lot of chances, man. A lot of chances by Qatar. El Salvador, they did get a goal scored, but it was from a throw-in, but it was offside in the build-up. Forgot to mention that. But Mario Gonzalez was the busier of the 2 goalkeepers. So 3-0 with that suspect penalty given. And El Salvador needed to fight. They needed to claw themselves back into that game. And they did. I have to say, this was one of the most spirited efforts I've seen in a while. And they almost pulled off the unthinkable. That was brilliant. I think that was Moreno to Rivas. Yo, this guy Rivas, man. This guy Rivas is a beast. Jose Rubio saying El Salvador robbed. Yeah, we could say that. Yeah, we can say that. Yeah. Julian, yeah, I'm watching. I'm Julian. I have the game on right now as we speak, but I have to do this. I've been multitasking as well. So Robert Robinson said, I see some new names in here. Who here name me? Big up to Robert, man. Yeah, a lot of new names for the Gold Cup, man. Guys, make sure you like the video. Let's get the likes up. Like the video for El Salvador on their effort, man. So, Pacharo, Dom, any thoughts on Pizarro joining the Mexican team? Well, I think he'll add depth. I was surprised that he wasn't even in the squad in the first place. But look, man, look. Go back to this game. Qatar cruising 3-0. You're like, listen, man, it's over. But no, it's not over when it's over, man. El Salvador, Moreno to Rivas, Qatar falling asleep deep in their own third. And Rivas went through and scored. I think he nutmegged the goalkeeper in the process too. That was a good goal. 3-1. 3-1. And El Salvador kept going at it. 66 minutes, another goal. This was one of the, listen, that was one of the best tackles I've seen for a long time. Tamacas. That was a flying tackle. I've never seen a flying tackle like that in a while. That was a flying tackle to steal the ball away from the Qatari defender, who was a bit casual, to say, you know what I mean. And Tamacas just flew, won the ball back, got up, passed it to Rivas. No goalkeeper in the net, and he blasted it. Yo, this guy Rivas, man. Joaquin Rivas, man of the match. Man of the match. Man of the match. He was damn dangerous. And if you go back towards the end of the game there, where he forced a couple saves out of Barsham, oh my God, Qatar held on for their dear lives. I actually did not want the game to go to extra time too, because it's a bit late, man. You know what I mean? And then go to penalties. I couldn't deal with that. I really couldn't deal with that. So Qatar wins it, not convincingly, but they go on to clinch it 3-2. And I think when you look at this Qatari team, you would think you always have a chance. They're very attacking outfit. They're not bad in defense, but I don't know what happened to them, man. I don't know if Qatar was very bad in the second half or El Salvador were just desperate and they give it their all and almost pulled off the unthinkable to take the game to extra time and maybe the penalties. Seriously. But you could see the way the Qatari players celebrated in the end. They celebrated as if they had won the entire Gold Cup. They were tired. They were just pushed to their limits. And I could see one of USA or Jamaica taking notes here, because that's gonna be a good matchup in the semi-final. What a game of football, man! Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And I have to give it to both teams. Qatar for putting on the show early. They had a fortuitous penalty, and then Joaquin Rivas turning up the heat. El Salvador throwing the entire kitchen at Qatar. So big up to everybody. What are you guys saying right now in terms of comments? Let me read a few comments. Let me see. Cesar Melendez, overall thoughts on your previous impression of El Salvador compared to now after their Gold Cup appearance? Well, look, Cesar, after the game against, well, I predicted them to beat St. Kitts and Nevis, of course, but that's St. Kitts and Nevis. And I have been changing my thoughts on El Salvador in terms of how competitive they will be in the octagonal. And I think they will give all the teams in the octagonal a run for their money. That's what I've been saying throughout the whole coverage of the Gold Cup. I'm like, the way El Salvador playing right now under Hugo Perez, the octagonal is going to be nice. It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be any pushovers in the octagonal at all. It's going to be one spicy affair between all these teams. Round robin affairs, home and away. Everybody play everybody twice. This is going to be lovely. And I'm so looking forward to covering this in the last quarter of the year. Come this September and all. And I have to give it to El Salvador. They're looking good. They're really looking good. And I think they have a lot of U.S.-born players in their team as well. So that's some added quality. And I don't think they're even at full strength. But some players haven't been participating at the tournament. Some of the more, let's say, the regulars. So El Salvador, you got to give him the respect, man. That's one thing about me. Look. If I think I made a mistake or I made a wrong assessment of a team, I'll turn it around if they prove me wrong. And El Salvador have been proving me wrong. I think they had a great tournament, but they need to get past the quarterfinals, man. This will be their 6th ever quarterfinal run, and they have never got past this stage. They need to do so. They got to look towards the next Gold Cup, and they need to get past the quarterfinals. They almost did so tonight, but almost is not enough. Remember that. But Qatar got lucky. I gotta say they got lucky. I was even scared for Qatar at the end of that game. Well played. Are you not entertained? So guys, in terms of stats for this game, the stats are gonna be interesting because El Salvador dominated most of the departments here. I think all departments was dominated by El Salvador, except the goal scored. So Qatar with 11 shots at goal, 5 on target, 3 on the back of the net. Of course, it's one thing with Qatar, you know, they're very dangerous on the break, very dangerous on the break with Akram Afif and Hassan Al Haidous linking up with Almoez Ali. They're very dangerous. And you have Aziz always around. They're very dangerous. And I think they were keeping their defensive shape very well. And that's what frustrated El Salvador in the first, let's say, 60 minutes of the game. For first 60 minutes, Qatar, it was an almost impeccable performance. But for the last 30 minutes, I really don't know what happened to them. I really don't know. They only ended up with 35% of the ball, 321 passes with a 76 pass accuracy. This was not a characteristic performance by this Qatari team at all. You see what I'm saying? And guys, we have over 50 people in here. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Let's get the likes up for the effort. I got my little baby here sleeping and all, breaking his neck, and you guys are not liking the video. Come on, man. Smash the thumbs up button. Do it for El Salvador. All right? So Qatar committed 11 fouls. It was a very physical game, man. These two teams played in Croatia before the tournament in a friendly, and there was even a red card in that game. And it was a lot of play acting, players going down too easily. The Qatari players, I have to say. And the referee just kept the game flowing. So you got to give the referee some credit. Not with the decision to give the penalty, but overall, you got to give him some credit there to keep the game flowing. So, in terms of El Salvador, they had 15 shots at goal, 5 on target with 65% of the ball, 594 passes with an 85% pass accuracy. They committed 15 fouls. This was a good performance by El Salvador. I have to say that. Even in a losing effort, it was good. It's very promising. And I think teams in the octagonal, they have to really take this El Salvador team serious if they continue playing this way. And I think they will, because Hugo Perez, I think, is the catalyst here. He's the change. He's the change that El Salvador needed. He have them playing some attractive football. He really do. Really do, man. And throughout the tournament, I've been impressed with Mario Gonzalez, the keeper. You gotta give it to Joaquin Rivas, because Rivas was big, man. You know what I'm saying? He was big in the game. Not so much Darwin Seren. I think Seren could have actually performed a lot better. He did do his thing. He did put in some really dangerous balls towards the end of the game there, but I think he could have played better. You also have to give shout outs to Alex Roldan. His brother plays for the United States team. And Armando Moreno with that assist, man. But, oh man. Listen, Joaquin Rivas. I'm checking Sofa score right now, and the man has a 9.0 rating. Not many times you see a player with a 9.0 rating. He almost had a perfect game. He almost had a perfect game. And he has been good at the tournament, you know. He has been very, very good at the tournament. So that has been one bright spot for this El Salvadorian team at the 2021 Gold Cup, despite getting knocked out. You got to give it to Jairo Henriquez as well. Brian Tamakas, Eric Zavaleta, big presence at the back. Ronald Gomez, Alexander Larin, these guys put out a really, really good effort, man. But in the end, they came up short. Credits to the Qatari goalkeeper, Michal Basham. He saved them. He saved. If it wasn't for Basham, El Salvador goes on to win the game about 4-3. It would have been a thriller. But Qatar looked really ragged in the end there, man. It's like they're running out of steam. They did make some changes that kind of helped. Around the 78th minute, they took off Afif and they brought on some, you know, fresh legs. But it's El Salvador was still going at it. So what else are you guys saying in terms of comments here, man? Before we call this one quits and look forward to the Mexico-Honduras game that should start anytime soon. I think that game might be a 10:30 start, a 10:15 start my time, about 10 to 15 minutes from now. So what we saying here, man? What we saying here? So Dade Martinez is saying I was wrong, was just too prideful of my nation. Let me see. Jonas, El Salvador will get wins when they will play in Central America. So Adonic, Seren was the worst of the first half. Yeah, he did make some silly mistakes and cost the team big time. What else we have in terms of comments? Anthony Morales is saying, Dom, do you think El Salvador would make it to Qatar 2022 World Cup? No, I don't think so. I'm going to keep it real, man. I'm going to keep it real. I don't think they'll make it, but I think they'll actually, you know, they'll actually show some promise. They show some promise. Big up to the boy Dupe, Manchester City FC in the house. How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Dupe? Always nice to see you around these parts, man. Let me see who else is making comments here. Any good comments before we go? Mr. Ramirez is saying, shit was a robbery. Can we just call this a Mexican tournament? Look. It wasn't a penalty. Usually, I'm the guy who be saying, yeah, it's a penalty. Today, it's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. My prediction was for this game, actually, guys, was 3-1 to Qatar. And at one time, I was like, whoa, I can't believe I'm about to get my predictions right here. It ended 3-2. And on the poll, in my community tab, most people predicted Qatar to win the game. So congrats to everybody who predicted Qatar to win this one. And also in the poll for the Mexico-Honduras game, of course, most people predicted Mexico to go on to win and move on to the semifinals. So the winner of the Mexico-Honduras game will play the winner of Canada versus Costa Rica. And the winner of the USA-Jamaica will play Qatar. That's how we're set up right about now. We have the game with Mexico coming up pretty soon, and I'll be back later to talk about that one briefly because I got to get up early in the morning to go to work. And I've been up all day. So just been putting in the work, man. You know what I mean? Working on the African World Cup qualifiers tail list video as well. I put out the Asian version, the CONCACAF version. So guys, make sure you go check out the content on the channel. All right? And I appreciate all the new subscribers, man. We're just short of 45K. We're going to hit 45K maybe in like a week or so. So that's an awesome feeling. That's a great achievement. And I could not have done it without you guys. You know that. Come on. Of course. Didn't do this all by myself. It was all about y'all. So Karume Hule is saying, you making money? Why stress? Making money where? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? At work, right? When I go to work. That's what you mean, right? Yeah, at work. So, let me see what we got here. Johannes said, I hate waking up early. Well, I wake up about 4:45 a.m. every day to go to work. So, I donate. El Salvador lost it in the first half, conceding 2 goals to start off with, but unlucky for the one in the second. Yeah, man, I think if that penalty didn't happen, you never know, man. We would have probably still be watching that game in extra time and going to penalties. So, Beto Vasquez is asking me what time is it? I'm in New York, so it's 10:05. 10:05 p.m. 10:05 p.m. And the game between Mexico and Honduras has not started yet. So, yeah, we're still on point here. We're not missing anything. So, Jose Rubio, ref was a piece of shite. Ooh, harsh words for the ref there. Karume Hule, Qatar lucky why the coach take off Afif. I think Afif was, he didn't want Afif to get sent off or something, man, because Afif was kind of getting a little, under the other players' skins, and it was just getting kind of crazy in the game. So I think he took off Afif, bringing on somebody more defensive, and to avoid maybe a potential red card as well, or a potential injury, because they were leading the match, or just for fresh legs. It's for the benefit of the doubt, you know what I mean? It's maybe for fresh legs. So, guys, 26 minutes in. That'll be it for today. And well, that'll be it for this live stream. We'll be back later to talk about Mexico Honduras if I manage to stay up. You see what I'm saying? The last time Mexico played, I fell asleep. But I think I'll be up. And I'll be back to give you guys a short 30-minute live stream on the game, and just to give you my thoughts. So overall, good win for Qatar in that they won the game. You know what I mean? A win is a win. But you will look at this Qatar team and you could see they're dangerous, but they're very, very beatable. Very, very beatable, man. They could go all the way, or they could get knocked out in the next round. But it's gonna take a lot to beat them. And El Salvador just learned the hard way. So, guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. I have the boy Liam Rich here, sleeping, little sleeping beauty. I appreciate everybody who came through for the, impromptu live stream, because I didn't really schedule it ahead of time or anything. Appreciate everybody who smashed the thumbs up button, all the new subs. Guys, if you haven't yet liked the video, make sure you do so. And if you're watching a replay, thank you very much. Appreciate you as well. Leave a comment in the comment section. So, guys, friend boy Dominic Rich, thanks for watching another one. Until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Peace. You see, guys, I'm always talking about peace. So that's why I don't want to deal with no beef or no drama or anything. It's all about peace and love. You know what I'm saying? All right. Later. Talk to you guys later. All right?